Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It is going to be a midweek what sold video. So we've got 10 items over on eBay, one on Mercari, and then you guys, I also want to go over the 5 best sales that I have had in October. Like this quarter is kicking off well, so just by learning how this quarter is already starting, I think that's really going to be helpful on where to take the business, the things to watch for, and hopefully help you guys find these things out in the wild. So enjoy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the what sold section. I've got 10 items over here on eBay, one on Mercari. Gross profit on eBay is $635, and Mercari I think was $38. So yeah, we're almost to 700. So just over 650 gross. At the end, you will get a breakdown of how much is actual profit. It's probably around 300 if I had to guess. But for one random day, I mean, this is Thursday morning, so a random Wednesday worth of sales, I will take it. The quarter is definitely, it's picking up. I mean, the amount of orders that I've had just for this month. Like, here we go. Let me go. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. I just told eBay to show me all orders this month. So this really should just be October. I'm going to make sure. So let's go by October 1st. Yeah. Until today, October 16th. You guys, 126 orders just in October with a gross profit of over $8,000. And that is not including my Pokemons. When was that? Yeah, that was only like a week or two ago, right? So I think that was still in October, but we're not going to talk about that because I don't remember. I want to say that was, I feel like that was in October, but we won't include it because I don't have the exact date right now. So we'll just go with the eBay numbers because I can show proof of that on the video. And $8,300 in gross sales in 16 days. Imagine if it were to rinse and repeat, and for the second half of October was another $8,000 month. Like, I have never made $16,000 in 1 month gross. I think my peaks have been like 10. I broke 10 last year in Q4. But this early in the day in the game, like, it's mind blowing, and praise Jesus that the business is doing as well as it is. So yeah, 126 orders just in 16 days. It's exhausting. It's been a lot of work, but worth every minute for the outcome. But I do want to go into the orders for right now. These are the things that are selling in the last 24 hours. So if you want hot items that are selling now, it's these items that are literally selling right now. And then the other ones that I'll talk about sold in the last 2 weeks. So it's still hot items. All right, so I do sort these from the least profit to the most profit, just so you stay to the end and see the best, juiciest items. First up is a Dell cable. I don't even know what it goes to. A universal display docking station. It doesn't have all these other cables. It just has the one that's attached to it. So it does not have, yeah, the actual power adapter. That's what's missing. That's what goes in that little hole. Or is that hole? One of these 2 holes gets the power cord, and it doesn't have it. So this was a bins find, but it would have been on $3 day. And yes, I will find and grab any Dell items this cheap. Like for that cheap, being Dell, yes, definitely grab it, because these little docking stations, they are worth good money. But because this is not a complete one, no power cord, sold it as is for 20 bucks. But I'll take it. I paid $3. Next, we've got a pair of shoes. I'm not big into shoes, but when they are a name brand like LL Bean, or today I just got a set of G Defy. That's how I'm saying it. It's GDEFY. G Defy. Good Diffy. However you say it. I got a brand new box of those today for 15 bucks at my local thrift store, and it's because they were brand spanking new. I think it said 3 available, 2 sold. So no, it's not super hot, but now that we're coming into the winter, I think that's why the stats are going to be a little low. You have to keep that in mind as well. But you're looking stuff up, think of what season it is. And if it's low now, like, Christmas items. Right now in October, yeah, it's going to be a very low sell-through rate because we're in October. But look up that exact same item in January and you're going to see a totally different number. So definitely keep that in mind. Shoes are going to be a low sell-through rate right now because people are not buying those kind of shoes in the summer. Now they will be buying those shoes. Obviously, I just sold these. So, yes, there's people that buy it year-round. People buy Christmas year-round. They buy tennis shoes year-round. But they are definitely more popular during that season. Golf clubs, any kind of sporting stuff. It's definitely, it has its peaks when it comes to the seasons. Unless you're lucky enough to live in the desert and you play golf year-round, then you could be buying it anytime. But the rest of the country who gets cold and does not golf year-round, they're not going to need to be buying golf clubs. So, it's that simple. All right, so these guys, LL Beans, I paid $4. It was $8 is what's written on here. Local thrift, half off shoe day. So $4, and they're just really clean, good condition. I'm not in the shoe washing business. I used to be less picky on my shoes and like, oh, those are fancy shoes. I'm going to get them, take them home and clean them and get even more out of it. No, thank you. I did that a couple times. I am not in the shoe washing business. I'd rather buy them when they are ready to list than spend 30 minutes in there scrubbing them. Yes, I could make more money by doing that, but I'll save it to somebody else. You buy those $2 shoes and spend the 20 minutes cleaning them. I'll come over here and buy these $4 shoes that required 0 cleaning. Let me know in the comments if that's you. Like, I'm not, you kind of learn where you are. And I think early in the business, when I'm just starting out, yes, I spent more time washing things and washing the golf clubs and washing the shoes to try and get more profit. Now it's more about volume. So I'm not going to buy that golf club in the first place if it's filthy and gross and needs an hour of cleaning. No, I'll save that for somebody else because I'm going to find clean golf clubs, clean shoes, clean purses next week, next day, next month in the system. So, all right. So these guys, $20 plus shipping. But again, they were just super clean and it was an easy, quick list and fairly quick sale. I think I've had them for a few months. This next one is a super fast sale. These little guys, okay? This was on $3 day at my local bins, and this is my Amazon bins, not Goodwill. So they were pulling out a new palette and a bunch of these Pop Mart Molly. So Pop Mart, if you are familiar with the brand, that is who makes La Boo Boos. So this brand is really taking off right now that Boo Boos are getting very popular. They also have La Foo-Foos. So I got my son one on $3 day. So the other day, he loves it. And it's like super, like, I don't know what you call it. It's blue with like, it's just a really cool looking critter. Obviously it's fake. It was $3, but he's 5. So he's thrilled with it. And I love it because if he loses it or the eyeballs fall off, which is what happened to Libby's. She had a couple. She has a real one from the collection that I bought mine at $15, you guys. Like, I got a whole box of those for $15. So I sold a couple and then gave a couple away. One to her friend, for a birthday gift. So when she went to this birthday party, I had her bring a couple of the fake ones that they could play with. Like, yes, these are the ones that you can bring out and play with and mess around with. But the real ones, like, you treat them with pride. Like, if you're going to hang it from your bag, you're going to take care of them. So that's why the La Foo-Foos are great for the 5-year-old because he is very rough with his toys. And if the eyeballs fall off, it's totally fine. It was $3. So, all right, these guys were $3. They're not quite as popular as those Boo Boos, but for $3, I just grabbed them all. So there was multiple things that day that came out in the new palettes. The other one was this mascara. So when they were dumping it and there was like 20 plus going out on this table, I'm just grabbing. It's me and this other lady is grabbing a whole bunch of them. She's a reseller as well. I mean, we're pretty obvious who's who. So she's grabbing from them. I've never seen her at this store before, but it's obvious that she's a reseller because she's looking all of her stuff up. Yeah, I mean, we can't hide. So this stuff's coming out and like, I'm going to grab it. It's brand new sealed makeup. Yes, please. It's a no-brainer. So I think I got like 25 of them. Like, I got a lot of them. There was probably 50 that got dumped. So she got a bunch. There's a couple other people that got some. And these little mollies. I got, 5 times 3. So I got 15 of them. And I went ahead and put them as a lot. Because they were only about $10 to $15 each. I'm like, I'm not in the game for that. $3 into 10, no thank you. But I will lot them up. So I went ahead and put 3 of them into one set for 45 bucks. And I'm like, all right, I'll take offers. It's free shipping, but I'll take some offers. The first offer came in $40 for the first set. Yes, they are called mystery boxes because I did not open them. I don't know which one you're getting. My box is all combined, so they could be duplicates. They could be all new. But someone bought 3 of them for $40. Yes, please. And then this one I'm actually keeping because the box is dented there. So the other ones were in really good shape. And I'm like, there's an odd number. I'm going to keep it for myself. I'll let you know how it is. It's called Thrive Cosmetics. It looks expensive. So I'm like, I'll take it for $3. Okay, then, the coffee. I've only talked about 3 things, and I'm already getting dehydrated here. All right, we've got a Bose volume control. These are kind of, I'm a little bitter about these because I usually sell them and then they get returned because people did not pay attention to the plug. And they're like, oh no, I needed the 7 plug or I needed the 4 plug. I'm like, look at the pictures, look at the listing, like, know what you are buying before you buy it, people. So, knock on wood that this is not one of those people, but this was at that church sale last week. So, did I film? No, I did not film. But I got, you guys know, I got a bunch of stuff there, including that Xbox. I got the crafty stuff that I still need to list. But this was one of them. So, $1, you guys, $1 for these Bose volume control. And it sold for 45 bucks. Yeah, from $1. Those are my favorite. All right, we've got a amplifier. All right, it's called a Little Bear Tube Phone Stage Turntable Preamplifier. It just looked like a pretty box. So, Little Bear, what in the world is this? Looked it up, and sure enough, it was worth money. So I paid, I think this was $3 a day. Let me see. Sales book. Turn table. What do they call it? Little Bear. $5. So this was $5 a day. That's all right. I'll still take it. It sold for 60 bucks. Again, it just caught my eye, and it's complete. I taped it so that it doesn't fall out in the package, but I will stick this into a poly mailer. I'm not going to stick a label directly on it, so I'll put it in a bag and then ship it. Free shipping, but it's going to be maybe $5 or $6 to ship. It's a cheap, light, easy item. All right, next up, this one is kind of a little cash cow. I got 4 of these on Dollar Day. Dollar Day! They are ketone vitamins. Okay? There are 4 packages, 4 boxes. Brand new in each box. Yeah, I paid $1. So this one I listed, I think it's 70. But someone sent an offer and I'm like, all right, I need to get rid of them. Yes, they'll sell eventually, but I'd rather get rid of it now. And it's still a reasonable offer. It ended up being about, 20% off? That's all right. I'm not in this to hoard it. I paid $1. So let's give someone a good deal. They got this box for $59. And this is getting the label directly on it. 100%. I'm going to tape it shut, stick a label, off it goes. Next up, we've got a platypus gravity something. I sold this already. I had 2 of them. I sold one over the weekend, so I think that was on your Tuesday video. And then this one I sold today. I also got another one on, was it Dollar Day? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Was it 3? No, I think it was yesterday. My days get such a blur. After it's like rinse, repeat, and do it week after week after week, they start to blend. So this one is complete. It has the little flow filter in there, this big piece here. The one that I found either yesterday or $3 because brain dead, it did not have that piece. So it was just the bags and the hoses. Like $3. Yes, I'll still grab it. I'll sell it as is for parts. Someone's going to need a new bladder for it or new cords or cables or tubes for it. So this one, I took an offer. I paid $15, sold it for $61. Not a huge flip. I understand that, but it was going to be a fast flip, and that's what I was counting on. So even if I only made 15, 20 bucks, it was fast. I made the other 15, 20 bucks off the first one, and now we've got this one that sold that fast. I mean, I'm okay doing those smaller margins when it's such a fast sell. The other one I just listed last night, and I think I listed it for 40 or 50 for just those parts. I mean, again, offers. If someone sends less, I'll probably take it because I got it on Dollar Day. Or $3. Sorry. I don't remember. All right. Then we've still got 3 more here on eBay. First one, this is a shocker. This was actually from Goodwill. I never find anything at Goodwill now for resale. It is very, very rare. I go about twice a week to my local Goodwill, and it's only because at the exact time is when I drop off my daughter at dance. I've got an hour and a half to kill. I don't want to come all the way home to turn around in 30 minutes and go back. No, I'll go shopping. Yes, please. So I go over to Goodwill. I go to TJ Maxx. I just live my best life for those hour and 30 minutes. And surprisingly, these were still there. They are Sony headphones. However, they do not have the cables, but it's just a USB. Is it a C? No, it's the USB. It's that, like, not the full USB. What do you call it? It's like the little chunkier little cable. I have a bunch of those. I've got all the cables so that I can test my stuff. So these are just the headset only, but it's in really good condition. They were very well taken care of. They are tested. We set them up. They're Bluetooth. They work perfectly. I paid $4 and they sold, best offer, 62 bucks. I listed them at 70. That's fine. I will give you your 6 or 7% off to get this out of my store that quick. Yeah, I listed it this week. It sold this week. Fast seller. I might have, was it last night before? Like, it was fast. So $62. Yes, it's free shipping, but it's going to fit into a small little box. Like, couldn't be easier to ship. All right, we've got a Neewer channel mount lock battery charger for a V-mount battery. That is very specific. Very specific. So I don't even know what it is, what it does, but I probably spent $15 on it. I did not put it in my spreadsheet. That's on me. Definitely a me problem. But I'm going to say 15, knowing that it's Neewer and it was going to probably sell fast. And it's a big item. I've noticed the trend on the cheaper days, it's your small items. The bigger items is what they put the value to. So that's the stuff that goes out on 15 day. But there's plenty of small stuff that comes out on 8, 5, and 3, sometimes even 1, that's worth more than it would have been on 15 day. Like, yeah, I'll take it. So, all right. I'm not going to unbox it, but it's in here. And it sold for $84. Yes, some kind of mount. Sure. And then last on eBay is a set of those hex-clad frying pans. It is a 3-piece set. All 3 are very well loved. I put that in the title. Well loved. Meaning they are used. They are scuffed. They need some serious deep cleaning. But if you are a chef and you know hex-clad, you know there is quality in here if you put the hours into it. Again, going back to that first thing, I am not putting my hours into it. I'll take a little bit of a loss on my profits by not spending hours scrubbing it. These take hours to scrub. Hours. This was when I was buying the ones for my personal use. Not my very first set that I bought, but the ones after when I'm like, oh, I am going to buy as many as I can. And then I'm realizing, no, I want the ones with the lids. And then I kept finding them. And so I didn't have to buy the crappy ones at the beginning. I should have waited and found cleaner ones that I did weeks later. Yeah, hindsight. It's amazing. So these were bought on the crappy version. However, I still paid up. Knowing these are expensive stinking frying pans, yeah, I paid $15 a pan. Yeah, so they sold for $95. No, it is not a huge profit because if I said 15 each, $45 into $94, no, we're at $50 and then minus fees. So $40. All right. I mean, it's still profit, yes, but in the real world, that would not be numbers I would be messing with. Turning 50 into 100, no. But they paid shipping, so that helps. And there's no lids, so packing them is going to be actually pretty easy. The ones with the lids, I got to make sure that I bubble wrap the lid because it's glass and I don't want it to break. But hey, $94 plus shipping. Let's get them out of here. It's big frying pans. They're taking up a lot of space. Time for them to go. And then, you guys, last but not least, Mercari. They have been delivering. I've been getting some consistent listings over there, and I 100% put that credit to cross listing. So in my description, I do have a link to Vendu. That's who I use for cross listing. It's the best app for mobile. That's what I do it all on. I'll be laying in bed, or I'll be sitting waiting for dance class to get out, or whatever things that moms do sitting out. You can do it from your phone. And they've upgraded it now that you can do the importing on your phone too. You used to have to do it from the computer. So before I left, I'd come in and be like, import, 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 because it pulls the numbers from eBay and it sees, okay, here's your items, here's your pictures, here's your titles, and then you would import it over to Vendu. I'd go to the dance and then do it while I'm sitting there. Now I can do all of it from your phone. You can do all the imports straight from your eBay listings and put them off to your other platforms. I just do Mercari, but yes, you can do Etsy, and I think they've got like 12 other platforms. So if you guys are looking for a cross-listing platform, grab Vendu. They did not sponsor this video, but there is a clickable link down below where I do get a small percentage if you do sign up for them. But they do also give you a 25% off of your first month. So check it out. Let me know if you like it. I'd love to get your feedback. Okay, so then my one Mercari sale is going to go to Turbo Fire Beachbody. You guys, Beachbody is a brand you cannot list on eBay. You're probably not supposed to list it on Mercari, but I mean, we'll ask forgiveness instead of permission. It is a banned brand on eBay. You will get flagged. It will get removed. So I list any Beachbody sets that I get over on Mercari. Easy peasy. And they sell fast. So this was a Turbo Fire set. It is brand spanking new. I paid... What did I pay for you? $5. And I think this was a yard sale. Might have been a thrift store. One of the two. But it's brand spanking new. And it sold on a different tab. $38. So, again, easy and pretty quick. I haven't had it for very long. All right, you guys. So that's going to wrap up all of my what sold. But then I do want to go over real quick the top 5 items that are selling right now on eBay. I'm hoping this isn't backwards for those that came just for this tip, because I guess at the beginning you could have fast forwarded to this tip, but I want to make sure that I include it as the top items that are selling right now on eBay. If I go to the right tab, okay, so we are at all orders this month only, and I'm going to sort by title, or total, sorry, not title. And we've got the biggest profit. I think this was just this, was it this weekend? Okay, don't quote me on my dates, but it was on, okay, no, it can't, the carrier scanned it on the 14th. So yeah, this was a weekend sale, and it was that Philips Sensio coffee pod maker machine. A coffee pot. I got it at a local thrift up in Phoenix, and it blew my mind. Like, there are some coffee pots out there, you guys, that you should not be sleeping on. Look them up. Don't waste your time on the ones that look like your $5 version. No, they're still $5. But when they look weird, if they look unique, if it's like, how in the world does that make coffee? Look it up, because you will be surprised. This was new in the box. So yes, that did add to the value. It sold for $350. So that is the #1 highest profit item selling right now as of 2 days ago. On the next hottest item, we're going backwards here. We're going from the highest item down. So 5 items I'm going over, but the next one is always going to be a hot item, and that is going to be your Bose music systems. Bose players, always top Bolo. Top Bolo. If you guys don't have it already, grab my free Bolo list in the description. Top brands, top items to grab as a reseller. Grab that down below. It's free. It's yours. Please take it. And Bose is definitely on that list. The next one went to that very interesting portable video magnifier system. So this one, I've seen it now twice out in the wild. One that I got and one that another friend got. And both of them have already sold. So if you see these, they look like a little computer monitor, but it's kind of, it's not medical. So it's not a prescription item. It's just one that is definitely more common in seniors. So where I live, there's a very large senior community, which is why probably both of these were found here. But thrift stores, you guys, and estate sales, I'm sure garage sales, you can still find those out in the wild, and grab it if you see it. And there's a couple different versions. So that's the most expensive one, but there's another one, does the same thing. It's just a little smaller, and it magnifies and then gives you a video of it magnified. It's pretty spiffy. Okay, this next one is a multi-quantity listing. And this is one that I actually I grabbed 2 more of these, you guys. I just got these on, was it $1? No, it had to have been $3 day. But they are the Prescriber's Guide 7th edition book. So any kinds of medical medical, like, what's the word? Research books? I'll go with that. So there's the coding books, there's technology books, there's a lot of medical books. Those are the ones that you want to look for. Look them up. There are some that are worth $80 to $100 a piece. There are some that are like $20, $30. But when you're finding them for $1 or less at a sale, grab it. That's any of these medical devices. The medical books. Nursing books. This one's a prescriber, so a pharmacist book. There was mental health books. That's, I guess, there was one I sold this week that I'm like, what in the world is this book? Someone corrected. It's a mental health, like a therapist, psychologist, one of the ologist types books, and they're expensive. So you guys, if you find them out in the wild, grab them. And then the top, how many have I gone? All right, so the number 5, and this is a no-brainer. I want to give you number 6 too, because these are the ones that you will find, and that is an Xbox One. Yes, if you ever see that out in the wild for like $20 or less, grab it. I got this one was ridiculously cheap. It was $5 because they called it the wrong thing. They didn't know what it was, so they called it one that's 20 years old, and it wasn't. So it sold super fast for $120. So yeah, if you find those out in the wild for about $20 or less, and it has the power and it has anything else to throw in with it, grab it. And I'm going to go with number 6 because it's a camera. Cameras are always going to be a top item to grab right now. Those digital cameras, even the film cameras, you still have to look them up. Yes, every single item I look up because it changes. So every camera, there's 5,000 versions of cameras out there. You got to look each one up. So this one in particular sold for $115. It's a Nikon. Yes, Nikon, Canon, Philips, definitely Canon, Sony. Like, anytime you see these cameras, look them up because that will always be a top item to grab that is selling now. All right, guys, so I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Sales are picking up. I took the camera out this morning and they sucked. Like, the sales were awful. I waited in line for the very first sale. Like, talk about FOMO. I stress about this every week, and I really shouldn't, but there were 2 sales that started at the early hour. One at 7, one at 7:30. I'm like, okay, which one am I going to go get in line for? Because you got to line up before these sales. If you show up before it opens, you're going to be out on the street waiting in the line. No, thank you. I want to be in the first 10. So you got to pick which one you're going to get to, and it's any, mini, miny, mo. And I'm looking at pictures from sale number 1 and pictures from sale number 2, and I went ahead and went with sale number 2. Hindsight, I should have gone with number 1. You're trying to base it on pictures that they took, and they can't take pictures of everything. And there's also things that they think is valuable. So there's always pictures of the furniture. There's always pictures of the pots and pans or the kitchenware. There's always pictures of the backyard and the patio furniture. Those are not my jam. But I'm kind of glad they do that because then the table that shows the cameras is rarely in the pictures. So I don't know if they had any cameras. That was just an example. But when I've got so many sales to choose from, I wanted to start with one that I thought had a better chance of finding something, and it turned out that it didn't. And that sale, I actually couldn't record at that house anyway. That's one of the companies that have asked me not to record in there. So I couldn't have recorded anyway, even if it was the best sale of the day. But spoiler, it wasn't. I got some of the Downy scent pods to put in my laundry. Yeah, 75 cents. Like, that was a dud. Then I went to another sale, estate sale. I'm waiting in this line for like 40 minutes, and because that one started at 8 after I finished the 7 o'clock sale. So I'm in line for the 8 o'clock sale, and I got plasticware for my kitchen. Like, it's the stuff I put out when we're hosting or having friends and family over. It's the plastic forks, the knives, and spoons. It was $4. Yeah, like that's what I got for waiting 45 minutes. I didn't need them, but I mean, for $4, I'm just going to grab them. And then I went to that church sale. So that one I had to go to much later in the day, because the line was ridiculous. The traffic was ridiculous. I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I left, went back, and I was able to get into it, but it wasn't until after 10 o'clock. Luckily, there was still one thing that was left, and it was some flatware. Silverware, as I call it. It was the Lennox 1810 flatware for $10. It's kind of an off number. There's a lot more knives than there are forks and spoons, but people separate it and sell them all day long. I paid $10 for that set, and it'll probably get about 60 bucks. I'm guessing. Maybe a little more, but I'll be a little less on it. So that was it. I mean, yeah, I probably should have started at that sale. Where I got that flatware was the first sale that I did not get in line for. And I probably left a lot of stuff on the table. Gave it to other people, but that's all right. We've got 7 sales on the books for tomorrow. Yes, please. So maybe I'll bring the GoPro out for that. What else? Yeah, so it was still a good day. I've got enough to list. I still have a couple things from last week's sale to list. So there is no shame on a day that I do not get a whole lot of stuff, because I can catch up. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a lot of packing to do, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.